Welcome.
That was quite the introduction. Thanks for having me.
It's like a what is it? The ring announcer.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble.
We need to rumble
Yeah.
because I think people are sick and tired of veterans being mistreated.
Yes.
Americans are sick and tired of their tax dollars being sent to bureaucracies and not getting to the people who need them. I think Americans are sick of hearing about fraud. They're sick and tired of no receipts for those frauds. Where is it going? Why isn't it getting the people who need help? And you're bringing awareness to this, which is so important. So talk about your op-ed and talk about what you're seeing.
Well, one, I want to say I'm really proud of Spencer Pratt and what he's been able
Yeah.
to do. I hope he gets in. I don't know if he does. A big supporter because he's realizing like, hey, we've just all been blind to this so long. There's all this fraud, waste, and abuse, which are really kind words for saying crime, theft, grift, literally taking the money and putting it in our pockets. The situation's so bad for veterans in LA. A friend of mine, Brandy, came to me about a year ago and said, I've been getting veterans off the street one by one on this property that I want to buy. And there's this big grant. So for over the course of a year while I'm running my company, I'm listening to her. Finally, we pulled the trigger, got $800,000 to secure this grant. Between us and this lady, Brandy, just a regular citizen, we will likely get 2,000 to 4,000 veterans off the street and housed just in LA in a single year.
Wow.
With less than $8 million. So you tell me, why, if we can do it so efficiently, would you ever give a single dollar to all the people who have proven that they cannot do it?
I can't tell you. I don't know why they can't. I mean, I think we know. I think there are probably the organizations that are supposed to be providing services to people are getting rich while the people aren't getting the benefits.
Well, if you solve the problem of homelessness, the money dries up.
Right.
And in fact, here in California, you wonder why we have so many homeless. We invite them here because we know it's like a mill. We can't build more housing and steal more money from the housing while not putting anybody in the housing if we solve the problem. I have a very simple solution. I've put it out over the last 3 years, even when I ran for Congress. We need to build base camps. We need to build quasi-camping infrastructured housing so we can rehabilitate these people.
Yeah.
We want to transition people inside where they die with no transformation. Veterans need transformation. That's what they need. They need their PTSD and their lives transformed.
Yeah, and it's so sad because there's so much mental health elements to this. Yes, there's addiction, and it's easy for a lot of people to say, oh, well, he's just addicted to drugs or he's just crazy. But these are people who serve the country, and these are people that a lot of their mental health issues or their substance dependence comes from service, and they're not getting the care they need at the VA. Trump is fixing that. But the other side of it, a lot of these people aren't going to seek care because of the dependency or the mental health issues that's going along with just basically being left behind by a system.
Yeah.
It's so sad because these are the people that deserve the help the most. And when you look out your window and you see somebody standing there, you got to think of what the backstory is. And that's what your organization has brought so much awareness to, which is so awesome because you're not leaving anybody behind, right?
No, I mean, our goal, there's 18 million veterans. And right now, while you and I are talking, 1.3 million of the 18 million are at the brink of homelessness, meaning they're already sleeping in a car, already sleeping in a garage or in a shelter. But then there's another almost 40,000 literally sleeping on the street. My company, we help veterans get their benefits, their compensation. And we actually encountered a lady underneath that SeaWorld Bridge area out on the swamp. And she was so convicted after talking to me that she needed help. She's now off the street in housing, and we have successfully got her rated and compensated. I've talked to 1,000 homeless veterans at least across the country, and all of them said, if I had been transitioned out of the service and had my mental health acknowledged, I might not be here today. And I think that we need to do better with the funds we have and give it to people like me. Trust me, if you had given me 10% of what you have just spent and put in your pockets, I would have already fixed this problem.
Yeah, listen, I'm advocating for you to get that money. We need to privatize this. We have to stop making this slush fund of an industry with billions of dollars going absolutely nowhere. Organizations like yours should be getting the money, and I'm sure the voters are going to demand this when hopefully we have a leadership change here coming up very soon in November, and people can start enjoying living in what is really, truly a great state, just run so absolutely awfully. Thank you so much for being here, Kate. Thanks for the advocacy and the work that you do, and I look forward to reading all of the op-eds and all the work you're going to do going forward as we try to get some of these vets off the street, right?
Happy to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.